The Garmin Forerunner 945. Where to begin? There's no way you could do a full and in-depth review of this in a single YouTube video unless it was hours long or you made a series, but I can do a basic run through and give me initial impressions of it. And I'll start off with a couple of negatives. No quick release straps in the box. You get another set of straps, but they're not quick release. So this variation of the bike mount they give you is pretty useless unless you go out to buy a quick release strap that goes with it. I mean, what do they cost? 50p, £1, and you don't get a sticker. Now that's being a bit picky, but I would have liked to have had a sticker. As a piece of kit though, very impressive. The first thing is, and I've said it in the unboxing video I did, is just how light and how comfortable this is to wear. You can wear it in bed without noticing, which brings me on to sleep tracking, which I've found to be very accurate on the whole. Now, I have got up once or twice during the night and the sleep tracker doesn't pick it up, but other than that, no problem. As far as the battery goes, I'm very impressed with the battery. I've had this about a week now and I've been doing loads of activities and messing about with it and using the GPS, and I still had 45% on it this morning when I charged it. The battery will vary depending on what you're doing with it. Garmin is saying you'll get 2 weeks of battery life just using it as a smartwatch. You can get 36 hours of GPS and you'll get 10 hours of GPS if you're also using music. Now, when Garmin did the tests, I don't know if they had it linked up to speed and cadence sensors, etc. If you've got it linked up to these sensors, it might take an extra hit. Well, it will take an extra hit on the battery, but so far so good. Very impressed with the battery. This is not a touchscreen interface. The Garmin works on the buttons and there's 5 of them, so we'll have a quick look through them. The top left one is a little light. If you press and hold it, it takes you into a little function wheel. Down here is the back key, or during an activity this is actually the lap key. The second one down, if you press and hold it, it takes you into the main menu where you can go through all the settings and customize things. If we press and hold this key here, it will take us into the music player. Now, you can currently pair this with Spotify and Deezer, so you can actually download music to the smartwatch and stream it to your Bluetooth earphones when you're out running. I don't bother with music when I'm out running. Me personally, I think it's dangerous, but each to their own, I suppose. The GPS, all good. I've not had any problems there. I had a Phoenix 3 Sapphire some years ago, and you'd often find yourself, when you started an activity, you can see here it's looking for a GPS signal now, but I'm actually indoors. But when I had the Phoenix 3 Sapphire, I'd often find myself wandering round, waving my arm in the air, trying to get it to lock onto a GPS signal. I haven't had any issues like that with this. It locks onto GPS very quickly and I found it to be very accurate. We also have navigation and mapping on the Forerunner 945. So if we go in there, we can navigate to points of interest around me, courses. They're courses that you can create and transfer yourself to the watch. Round trip courses, it will create courses for you actually on the watch. Our activities, so we can navigate them again if we want. Save locations, we can get our GPS coordinates and we can also use the map. It will give us a detailed map, and then again the buttons have their own functions whilst you're in the map. So if you just watch these little dots up here, so the first thing we have is zoom out, and zoom in, we press it again, and we can scroll up and down, and we can scroll left to right. Now, in reality, if you've got a smartphone on you, you're not going to go to this to use the map. You're going to go to the map on your smartphone. From the home screen, these two buttons here are what we use to scroll through our numerous widgets. Now, all the widgets, again, customizable, and some of them you can press the start button to go into them, and they give you more data. There is also an abundance of additional widgets that you can download from the Garmin Connect IQ store. And then there's this button here, and this is ultimately what it's all about, because this is the button to launch and start and stop our activities, of which there are many, and you can create your own as well. You can customize the ones that are already available. You can reorganize the order of them. It's better to do that in the Garmin IQ app. However, you can't customize the data screens once you're in there on the IQ app. You've got to do that on the watch itself. So you can add and customize more data screen. You can see here it's giving us options, so we press up and we can go into the settings. We can adjust data screens, alerts, metronome. We can go into map, routing, auto lap, auto pause. There's all kinds of things in there as well. If you're doing one of the outdoor activities, say for example walk or run, you can create a course on the Garmin Connect website or in the app, and then when you go into your activity, it's there. If you select that, it'll load the course up to the Garmin, and then it'll give you turn-by-turn navigation as you go along. I've actually used this. I've tested this out on a bit of a walk, and it's very accurate and quite impressive. You can also set up the watch to receive notifications from your smartphone, so SMS messages, calls, calendar appointments, etc. You can't interact with them, you can't take calls on the watch. You can turn all that off if you want. You don't have to have smart notifications come into it. I've turned them off because they just annoy me. While we're talking about smartwatch features, the Forerunner 945 also comes with Garmin Pay. So we press and hold this button, we go into our little function wheel, and then we go to wallet. Now we've got to enter a passcode before we can make a payment, so it makes it a little time consuming and a little clumsy, if anything, scrolling round the wheel to enter your passcode. But by the time you've done all that, you could have gone in your pocket and got your phone out, or even gone in your wallet and got some cash. As far as customization goes, you can customize pretty much anything. So you can customize the watch face, you can download watch faces from the Connect IQ store and customize those as well. You can download additional widgets and customize them. You can customize your activities, your menus. You can create and customize your own courses and workouts. The customization options of this thing just goes on and on. Both of the heart rate monitor straps that they give you do double up as a running dynamics pod. So when you've completed an activity and it syncs with the Garmin Connect app, you'll get all kinds of dynamics and information, the same as you would from the running dynamics pod, just by wearing this. This heart rate strap is the one that they give you for swimming. You can wear both of them in the pool, but this is the one specifically for swimming. Now, what it won't do is transmit live heart rate data to the watch during your activity. When you've finished your swim and you press stop, what it starts doing is looking for a heart rate strap to transmit data from to the watch. Now, if you've not got it on, you can just skip that and it saves you swim, no problem. As I've already mentioned, I've owned a Garmin watch before and I've owned numerous Garmin Edges, so the Garmin ecosystem, for want of a better word, is something I'm quite familiar with. If you weren't, then it wouldn't take you a great deal of time to pick it up. It can look a bit overwhelming when you first get into it, but spending a bit of time with it, you'd soon get your head around it, no problem. This is an expensive piece of kit and there's no getting away from that. But if you're someone who takes your training seriously, or you want to up the game a bit with your training beyond the capabilities of somebody else's products, then yeah, this is definitely the device to go for. The Garmin Fenix 3 that I had for over 2 years and I never had a problem with it. So I'm confident and I'm hoping, touch wood, that I don't have any issues with this one.